Hello everyone, my name is Heather and welcome back to my channel. This month I am doing a video every single day. I have 3 channels, so it's not all going to be on this one channel, but I will be posting a video every single day in August, and I just decided that I was going to do this today. Like, I'm doing this. So today's August 1st, so it's the perfect time for a wrap-up. So obviously this is my July wrap-up that I am posting on this channel, my book channel, The Minimalist Reader. So if you missed my June wrap-up, July currently reading video, that's when I kind of talked about my decision to change the name of this channel from Heather Forever Books to The Minimalist Reader. And I'll just kind of quickly reiterate the fact that I just don't want to own a ton of books anymore. I'm not a book collector like I used to be. I only want to own the books that I love so much that I will probably very likely reread them. I am of the opinion that books are meant to be read by someone. They don't have to be read by you. I know people who love to collect books, but they are also avid book loaners. So their book collection kind of serves like a library to their friends and family and like their loved ones and everything. They don't mind lending their books out. But that, again, I mean, that's just my opinion. So I don't really have a lot of people I lend books to, so that's really not what my personal library serves for me. My personal library, what you see right here, is just the books that I love that I will reread myself. So yeah, I got a new bookshelf, by the way. I'm in my new place. That's another crazy new thing. I'm finally in San Diego. I'm in my new place and I'm so happy to be here. One of the things that kind of got destroyed in our move was our bookshelf. So you remember I had like kind of a really dark brown bookshelf, which I didn't really love anyway. I was gonna get rid of it at some point. It just so happened to be like destroyed on the way from Maryland to California. Because my desk is white, so I knew I wanted like a white or a very light wood shelf for my office, because I now finally have my own office. I don't have to do everything in the living room like I did in Maryland, so that's really exciting. But I also knew I didn't want to spend a ton of money on a shelf, so this is literally like $20. I got it from Target and put it together myself. Independent woman. Yeah, video every single day in August across my 3 channels. So there's this one, The Minimalist Reader. There's my lifestyle channel, Heather Styles Life, and I have a vlogging channel that's still pretty new called The Vapid Vlogger. So between those 3 channels, if you really like me and you like to continue just watching me, not just for books, then I highly recommend you go check those other channels out. But if you're just here for books, I will be here throughout the month as well. So just not every single day on this channel. Anyway, with all that said, I'm gonna get into my July wrap-up. Now, if you did watch my June wrap-up, all of the books that I was talking about that I was currently reading in July or that I had already read, that was pretty much all I read in July, because in the middle of the month I had to drive down here from the Sacramento area to San Diego to meet the movers as they delivered all of my household goods, and then I had to drive back up to the Sacramento area to get my dog and also to just spend a little bit more time with family before driving back down. So throughout that time I was not reading. So basically the last couple of weeks of July I just couldn't. So I believe I just read 3 books, because I'm kind of confusing the ones I read in June with the ones I read in July. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I read Everything by Nicola Yoon in June. That rhymed unintentionally. And I talked about that in my June wrap-up. I'm going off of my Goodreads, by the way. And then I also read The Help in June. I think those are the only 2 books I read in June, because in July, I think, God, I'm so confused. I need to just go back and rewatch it. But anyway, I did read The Total Money Makeover, and I talked quite a bit about that in my last video, so I won't go too much into it. But it is basically I don't want to call it a self-help book, but I mean, I guess that's what it is. But it deals with finances and just kind of how to deal with them, how to deal with your finances for dumb people. And I'm financially dumb, basically. And it's just a program that I think is going to be really helpful for me and my husband to do. So those kinds of books I just love. So that's definitely a 4.5, 5 out of 5 star kind of book for me. Side note, if the light changes a bit, I'm just relying on natural light right now, and it's 6 o'clock, so it's gonna change a little bit. So I don't know, we'll see if I have to turn on my ring light. I feel like my current camera like freaks out at my ring light, so I kind of want to avoid that. But you can see me, right? Okay, also for July, I read I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. And you may remember that I read The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson, and I really hated it. I did not like it at all. And so I put off reading I'll Give You the Sun for a really long time because I was just afraid that I would hate it. But the good news is I really did enjoy it, not enough to keep it. That's why there's a picture up here. So I've already decluttered it, or like I've already given it to a friend to do with as she pleases. So I did really like it, not enough to reread it, but liked it so much more than The Sky is Everywhere. I'm confusing book titles now, but basically this book follows a pair of twins, or a set of twins, two people who are twins, and it follows Jude and, I'm so bad at character names and I don't have the book in front of me, so I can't remember his sister's name, but Jude and his sister. And yeah, but it's interesting because it follows Jude when he's like 14, and it follows his sister when she's like 16. So they've kind of had a falling out. You don't really know why at the very beginning. You don't know what's going on, but you see how their relationship progresses, and it also deals with sexuality, and it deals with death. What I didn't like about it, and this is a writing style thing because I noticed that it's also in The Sky is Everywhere, is kind of that super crazy, flowery, metaphorical style that just like is so cringy to me. Like I can't. I know some people love that writing style, but I just can't. And an example of this is in I'll Give You the Sun. This is a part from Jude's perspective. Oh my god, is Jude not the brother? Jude is the sister. Noah and Jude? Yes. Oh my god, Noah is the brother and Jude is the sister. I'm so sorry. I'm sure many of you were like correcting me in the comments. Anyway. So Noah, it's from Noah's perspective, and he is freaking out at a family issue that is happening. I don't want to tell you what it is because it'll spoil it. And he says there was a storm outside, and I think there was literally a storm outside, but then he goes, and the doors and windows blew open and it was chaos in the room, and like the water was getting everywhere and blah 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 blah. But that was just in his head, like that wasn't really happening. But the way that it's written, it wasn't like I felt as if this was happening. It was like, no, this is really happening, but it's not, because it's a metaphor for like chaos. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I loved how everything got tied up in the end, how all the characters that you encounter are connected in some way, but you don't know until the very end. And it's just, that part is very lovely and just nice. So this to me was more of a 3.5 out of 5 star book, borderline 4 out of 5 stars. I mean, compared to The Sky is Everywhere, which I think I gave like 1.5 or 2 out of 5 stars. I also read The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. So this is the second Morgan Matson book I have ever read, the first one being Since You've Been Gone, which I have gotten rid of. I gave that to someone. It was very cute. So her books are so cute. It's contemporary fiction and it is so summery. Like that's why I saved it for the summertime, because I knew it would be the perfect book to read during the summer because it takes place during a summer vacation. It follows 4 friends. The main character though is actually a senator's daughter, senator or congressman, I can't quite remember, but she's a politician's daughter. He's going through a scandal, and so he has to kind of like step down from his job temporarily while the scandal is being handled. So he's staying at home a lot more, and so they're not really close. Her mother recently passed away, so they're kind of, there's that father-daughter relationship. That storyline was so wonderful and cute to me. I really enjoyed that aspect of it, as well as the romance. I thought it was so cute, like it was so cute. And I mean, I'm getting older now, and so it is a lot harder for me, I think, to enjoy every single young adult novel that I read, and I still like it because they're just really fun reads, but I can't always get into the romance, and they all kind of tend to blur together for me. But this one, I think I'm going to remember for a while, just because it was so adorable. Oh my god, and I forgot almost the best part. So the main character's summer plans fell through. So she had this internship and it falls through, and so she has to be a dog walker, and that's why the cover has all the dogs on it. And it's just so cute because there's one dog in particular that comes up a lot more, and so you really get to know these dogs' personalities, and I love dogs. I think the main character from Since You've Been Gone has a cameo appearance in this book, by the way. So if you've read Since You've Been Gone, then look out for that if you read this. So I would highly recommend this book if you liked Since You've Been Gone. I think it's just a cute summer book. So I would say that was also like a 3.5 stars for me. Okay, and then I think in my last video, I had already read those past few books that I just talked about, but I was about to read Dangerous Girls by Abigail Haas. So the fact that the picture is appearing right now tells you that it's another one that I didn't keep, because while it was interesting and a very fast read, I probably won't reread it. So basically, this is also another sort of summary book, but it's not just like cute contemporary, it's a thriller, because the book starts where these girls and some guys, basically a group of friends from high school, go to Aruba? I don't remember. Basically, they go on vacation for spring break and they party, and the next morning one of their friends is dead, but they don't know what happened. So the way the chapters are written, it's not written chronologically. So you have the night, or the morning of them finding her body. Then it kind of goes back to the night of, a little bit of it, like of that party, and it goes to the trials, and it goes to the interrogations, and just all over the place. So you're getting these like snippets here and there, and you're kind of trying to put the pieces together, and you don't know who to trust. You don't even know if you can trust the narrator. So to me, as I was reading this, I had my theory of what happened, of who killed the girl, but I also didn't like the characters enough to really care who did it. So I think that was kind of the one thing I didn't really like about this book, or so I didn't even care that the girl who died had died or been murdered or whatever. Even the narrator, I was just like, I don't really like you, so I don't care if you did it or if you didn't do it. I just didn't feel bad for her at all. I didn't sympathize with her. The author did a very good job of making these characters not perfect, like not like angels, but at the same time there weren't quite enough good qualities about the characters for me to care about them. So that to me is why this book is like a 3 out of 5 stars. It was okay. It was a very quick read because you do want to know how it ends, but other than that, it was fine. So those are the books that I read in July. I'm not going to get into the books that I am going to be reading in August, because they are pretty much the books that are on my summer TBR, which I'll make pop up in one of the corners in a card, so you can check that out. So those are all summer TBR. Those are the books I want to read during this summer. So we have about a month and a half left of summer, So hopefully I can get through those. And now that I'm finally like here and I'm not gonna be traveling anymore, I can actually read. And August is going to be a no TV month for me. No TV, no Netflix, no Hulu. I mean, YouTube, I'll watch a lot of YouTube, but like no TV. So whenever I feel the urge to watch TV, I'm going to read instead. Anyway, that is it for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you read in the month of July. And also, let me know what videos you would like me to do. Because I've been so busy, I don't even know really what's going on in the booktube community. Let me know what you want to see from me this month and for the rest of time down in the comments. And yeah, subscribe to my channel for more book videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.